If you believe in the business and you're seeing some good traction, you need some resources. Another personal consideration is to assess your financial risk level. As I said earlier, things tend to take longer. If you think you can close sales and get revenue in a month or two, it's gonna take longer. Just plan on that. So it's really important to know that you have a good financial coverage in your early phases of your startup. For example, let's say you're making $10,000 a month, but you can survive on 7. So I would say at least, again, it's gonna depend on the type of startup and the type of investment and your personal situation, but it's gonna take you, let's say again, you need $7,000 a month to survive, then plan of having 6 months of that amount in your bank account. This way, if sales took longer, if revenue took longer, if clients are not paying on time, you have some coverage, you have some runway, so you're not super financially stressed. But it comes down to your own financial risk tolerance. Some of us take riskier decisions, others are more conservative, some of us are more risk averse. So decide, that's really something for you to decide on. You might be able to live in a very lean way. The best advice I can give you here is to hope for the best, but plan for the worst, especially on the financial side of things. The other business consideration is to get buy-in from stakeholders, your family, your spouse, your partner, those who are close to you, those who are likely to be impacted positively or negatively with that decision that you make. Some don't think about the effect that having a business has on their family, on their spouses, on their children. Some may not be married, may not be engaged, they don't have a partner. You'll have fewer stakeholders to take into consideration. But if you were like I was, married, and my wife was going through undergraduate studies, have young children, a lot of things to do at home, you definitely want to have your partner on board with your decision. Your decision to have your own business will impact those around you, especially the closest folks around you. Have long hours. Weekends might be busy at work. You might miss very important events. You might have to dip into your savings. You might have to dip into your 401k. I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not saying you take these decisions lightly, but at times, if you believe in the business and you're seeing some good traction, you need some resources. So having those partners, the spouses, those stakeholders that are impacted by your decision, having them on board, they'll provide that support when you're down, when you're struggling at work, when you need someone to lean in on, those will be there for you. And having their trust and earning their trust along the way is really important. You might have a partner that's questioning things. Take the time to go over their questions. They're asking about the business, show them the progress, show them there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, that helps in two ways. One, it makes the relationship stronger. And second, they might have some ideas that you might not think of. You're very focused on the business, you're very focused on the issue. Sometimes another set of eyes will bring to you ideas that you did not think about yourself. Running a full-time business is tough on its own. You want to add relationship problems on top of it. My wife was extremely supportive and very encouraging. After she finished her undergrad, she became a teacher and she just loved what she was doing. She's busy after hours doing the grades and following up with parents and students, and was not involved in the business. But when things got really tough where we didn't have money in the business bank account so I can actually deposit my payroll check. I used to get checks, not direct deposit, because I wasn't sure if there was enough money in the business account for the direct deposit. That's how tight things were. So when things got really tough, she would ask me, are you sure this is what you want to do? Are you sure there's progress? And I would take the time. And it did hurt at times, but I would take the time to say, here's the progress we're making. Here's some breakthroughs we're expecting. Yes, we're getting some bigger clients. And I felt deep inside that was putting her a bit at ease. She didn't understand all the pieces and all the aspects of the business, but me spending the time and assuring her, and I was honest with her. I said, it's not gonna be a piece of cake, a lot of work, but we are making progress and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is the approach I recommend you take. One thing to keep in mind is the bigger the financial decision you're about to make, the more you get those around you, those loved ones involved. Speaking about giving back, early on, you might not have the financial resources to make a donation or a contribution. Do take the time to do some pro bono work, an hour or two a week on the weekend. Maybe do it with your family on your own, go to a soup kitchen or what have you, and take care of those who don't have the resources, those who are maybe struggling more than you are. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.